Did you know that Mike Tyson was reprimanded for cannibalism in the ring? Stay until the end to learn all the details. Content: Mike Tyson versus John Alderson. Let's start with a match that not many people talk about, but it certainly has some interesting details. On July 11, 1985, the young Mike Tyson stepped into the ring at the Trump Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to face John Alderson, another rising star who was predicted to have a bright future. The fight was on the undercard of Mike Tinley versus Ray Gray, but it garnered much of the attention the following day. Mike entered the ring with a professional record of 4 wins by knockout and no losses, the exact same record held by Alderson at the time. Whoever left the ring as the loser would suffer their first defeat, an indelible scar, and a major setback in their pursuit of glory. At the end of the scheduled 6 rounds, it was expected that only one of them would prove they had what it took to maintain their undefeated status. Fight summary: Tyson came out aggressively in the first round, headhunting against the much taller Alderson. Mike landed some solid lefts that bloodied his opponent's nose and briefly switched to a southpaw stance midway through the round.
And he'll go to the body once he gets there, so I don't know if
Alderson said if he does get inside, look for me to tell Cappuccino will have a busy night tonight, and this 6-rounder may not last very long.
no matter how he delivers those punches, they hurt. For every punch.
Alderson focused mainly on evading Tyson's attacks, occasionally throwing a long jab or a straight right hand.
I've seen him do that before.
Interesting. John Alderson.
Following instructions from his corner, Tyson incorporated more bodywork in the second round and landed with greater precision. A couple of right hands knocked Alderson's mouthguard out at 116.
Now there's the right, good countering right hand, and that's stuff.
Right hand, a combination by Tyson, and he goes on the attack.
Short, quick punches.
The longest fight Tyson has ever...
A single right hand, preceded by a range-finding jab, opened a cut on the outside of Alderson's left eye and sent him to the center of the ring at 140, where he remained seated before standing up at the count of 8.
Didn't help, but I guess is the only man, and this one may not go much longer, as a crushing...
Another right hand, this time to the temple, dropped Alderson just before the bell.
Tyson trying for his 5th straight knockout. Alderson weary on his feet, ready,
trying to survive now. He's got to throw something out, though. He's laying in with Tyson. Frankly,
Alderson peeking in over that swelling left eye, and here comes Tyson. Alderson throwing left hand that time, sends him reeling against the ropes. He's all proved to be some difference in this fight, if nothing else.
You know, Tyson looked at Cappuccino a moment ago as if, you want to stop
here. Alderson down in this round, may survive as he goes down again at the bell.
He got up at the count of 6 and returned to his corner. The next thing known was that the ringside doctor advised referee Frank Cappuccino to stop the fight, and Alderson did not protest. Thus, Tyson easily secured his 5th victory in a professional boxing ring. Mike Tyson versus Francois Botha. If there's one thing that surrounded Mike Tyson's professional career, it was controversy. Despite having fists of gold, the fighter often resorted to questionable actions both inside and outside the ring. In retrospect, these moments make us ask ourselves twice, is that really our idol? However, let's focus strictly on his professional career. Even when looking solely at what he did inside an honorable boxing ring, there's plenty to reflect on. Like the time he tried to break Francois Botha's arm, for example. On January 16, 1999, Tyson was set to make his triumphant return to the ring at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, facing none other than Francois Botha. Botha believed that being Mike's first opponent after his controversial second fight with Evander Holyfield in June 1997 would put the spotlight on him, boosting his image both within and beyond the sport. But at what cost? Following the events with Holyfield, Tyson was suspended for a year and remained out of action for a year and a half. He returned to the ring hungry, under the guidance and wisdom of Tommy Brooks. Fight summary: Botha was ahead on all scorecards until Tyson landed a massive right hand that ended the fight. Mike threw a right hand as Botha advanced toward him, leaving him severely hurt and unable to beat referee Richard Steele's count.
Waiting for his opening. There's 1, 2, big. Does Botha have the ability to combat this? Botha certainly doesn't look afraid. He's standing.
If he doesn't get in, and he'll be punching.
Mud on the head of Mike Tyson. Be patient. Getting off first, and Tyson not countering it.
Tyson ate 2 right hands there, not shot fighter when you can't get off punches.
Oh!
Botha attempted to get up twice, but couldn't make it. However, there wasn't much controversy surrounding Tyson's knockout victory at 2 minutes and 59 seconds of the 5th round. Let me take you back to the end of the first round when Tyson grabbed Botha's left arm, prompting Botha to hit him to break free. Later, Mike admitted that he had indeed tried to break his opponent's arm, an action for which Steele deducted 2 points from him. However, that wasn't the only controversial statement from this fight. At the press conference, Mike admitted he felt rusty, one of the first moments when the world began preparing for the farewell of the great Iron Mike Tyson from professional boxing. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield II. I know you've been wondering, what could the legend Mike Tyson have done so wrong that it led to a 1-year suspension? If you don't know the full story or all the details, don't worry. I won't let you go without telling you about the truly controversial second fight between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, also known as The Sound and the Fury. On June 28, 1997, Tyson got a second chance against Holyfield in the ring at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The fight was expected to be 12 grueling rounds of elite boxing, but instead, it ended in the most shocking and absurd way possible. The controversy began when it was announced that Mitch Halpern, the referee from their first fight, was selected to officiate the rematch. Tyson, through his team, threw a massive tantrum, claiming that if Halpern were in the ring, he wouldn't get fair treatment. The commission rejected Tyson's request to have Halpern removed, but out of professional ethics, Halpern stepped aside to avoid becoming the focus of a fight that was predicted to be a Category 5 hurricane. At the last minute, Mills Lane was appointed as the referee. "I feel for Mitch, but I'm ready for the fight," Lane said. And just like him, we're ready to step into the eye of the storm. Fight summary: Tyson was rocked by a powerful right hand in the first round.
Right by Mike Tyson. Shrug.
Looking to go over the jab.
And a lot of movement.
I can sense the amount of resistance. I'm going to let this guy get pushed back.
Left jab. Looking to set up the right. Back comes Tyson with a left hook to the head of Holyfield.
He hurt Mike really good with that right hand.
In the second, he landed a right of his own just as Holyfield was throwing a left hook. As the Fury, Tyson leaned in to take the hit. The Sound, Holyfield, dodged, causing their heads to clash and opening a cut above Tyson's right eye. Mills Lane immediately called for a timeout and informed the ringside officials that the cut was caused by a headbutt.
Again, more head movement from Tyson. Something we didn't see in the first fight. He looked eye of Mike Tyson from a clash of heads, I believe.
About his head.
Having lost the first 2 rounds on the official scorecards, Tyson seemed to improve in the third, landing a couple of solid right hands on Holyfield.
Pushed away by Holyfield. Again, showing his strength. A sense of urgency here by duck under move by Tyson. Oh, a low blow by Holyfield with the left hook and a short left hook to the head of Holyfield. A right hand by Mike Tyson.
But in the final minute, as they were clinched, Mike, hungry for victory, we assume, bit Holyfield's right ear.
In the first fight.
What happened here? Evander Holyfield, look out, he's pushed right here, above us.
Holyfield jumped back in pain while Tyson stepped in behind him and pushed him into the ropes. Reacting quickly, Lane stopped the fight and deducted 2 points from Mike, who insisted that the damage to Holyfield's ear was caused by a punch. Lane responded with a single word: lies. Once the fight resumed, Tyson decided it was a good idea to bite Holyfield's left ear this time.
In round 3. A left hook.
You know, it's funny, Mike was having his best round.
He did it again.
He thought he had gotten away with it until the end of the round when Lane noticed the bite mark and made the severe decision to disqualify him. In a post-fight interview with Jim Gray, Tyson claimed that Holyfield had deliberately headbutted him throughout the fight, so the bites were just retaliation. While there was no way to verify Tyson's theory, or paranoia, what was certain was that Holyfield required 8 stitches to help his right ear heal. After the fight, or session of cannibalism, an MGM Grand employee found a piece of Holyfield's ear in the ring. Wearing latex gloves, he picked it up and took it to Holyfield's dressing room. "I have something you might want," he told the security guard. Holyfield's team placed the piece of ear in a cooler, hoping surgeons could reattach it, but it was reportedly lost during the ambulance transfer. They should have checked eBay. Conclusion: if you've made it this far, I truly appreciate it. Remember, the best way to support my content is by leaving a like on the video. Did you already know the story behind these controversial Mike Tyson fights? Which other legendary moment from the youngest heavyweight champion in history would you like to relive in a second part of this video? Let me know in the comments.